let me tell y'all my story time real quick. So, I wake up the next morning. I had went out the night before. In fact, it was the day of Lily and I pop-up shop. So yes, I had a couple of cocktails, and I came home and I was tired. I said I'm going to bed because I had sat in the hot sun all that day. So I go to bed. Now I keep my ringer on my phone. The only way I'll turn it off is if Uncle got to go to work in the morning. Then I'll turn it the volume down on it because I play a lot of games at night, or I'm watching our videos.
Golly, we got stuff to do. We got another video to go.
So anyway, I went to bed and I woke up to 13 missed calls, and I'm like, okay, it's 13 missed calls, but I know that my son's door to his room is closed whenever he's in there. He always have his door closed. So as I was coming out to call people back, I noticed his door was open. So now I'm praying to God, asking that my family be covered in the blood and everything be okay. So my husband calls my daughter, and they know that I go into panic mode very fast. So my husband is the calm one, so he's talking, okay, yeah. So I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And I hate when he do this to me. So, yeah, okay, yeah, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I said, you know what? I had to get up, y'all. Literally get up because now I'm getting upset. So he get off the phone. I said, what's going on? He said, Cutie Chewie talked to D. Allen at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and he was down by Checkers. And it's not a good neighborhood he was in. So I'm like, so what happened? She called him an Uber, but when Uber got there, he wasn't there. I said, so where was he? We don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I'm telling y'all, and it's the honest God truth, I know what I'm getting ready to say to y'all is nasty, but I didn't care about nothing. I had slob coming down my face. I had a nightgown on that I had slept in. And I had the nightgown is like a sundress, an old sundress, and I sleep in it. So it's one of those topless sundresses. So we go out to my son's house. We get out to my son's house, and I called my son's girlfriend, and I'm like, is David in there? She said, yeah, he's in there. He's asleep. Say less. Man, I'm feeling much better now. I'm in good spirits and everything. Remind you in the beginning, my stomach was in butterflies, tied in knots and everything. So just as we get ready to pull off, no, I said, wake him up and that's what I said. I said, wake him up and tell him that we're outside to come on. I knew he wanted to come on and go to sleep. She said, hold on, so I'm holding on. So she said, oh, he not in here. Man, my stomach done fell again. I said, you know what? Now I'm scared. I'm shaking inside. All types of things going through my head. So she was like, check the car, see if he in Javon's truck. So we go look. First we can't find my son's truck, but then we find the truck. He ain't in there. So we said we're going to backtrack ourselves. We go to the Checkers. We don't see nothing. At this point, we don't know what to do. So we come all the way back home, and we look in his truck to see if he might fall asleep in his truck. He not in his truck. His father come back up here, and he look, and he's still not in the house. So I done called my brother. My brother's scared. I called my sister's scared. So everybody say, I'm on my way to you. I'm on my way to you. What in the world y'all coming to me for? Like, all of us will just be sitting here looking stupid. So I'm like, Lord, have mercy. And so then my brother called me back and was like, did you call the hospitals? And I said, no, I couldn't think to do nothing. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to hear from my son, y'all. So we talking and everybody trying to get a plan together. My oldest boy was walking around trying to see if he could follow his footsteps. So I'm trying to figure that out too. How you going to follow his footsteps when you don't know which way his feet led him? You know what I'm saying? So when you come out, you're going to take a right turn because you think that's what he did, then you're going to take another right turn. I was like, what in the world? So we were like all over the place. So I was like, right now, if my phone was to ring and it's a different number, it's going to freak me out because we were calling him, but my daughter said that when he called her last night, he was only on 1%. I said, Lord have mercy. So sure enough, an unidentified number came up on my phone. I'm looking at this phone like I can't answer it. I can't answer it. I'm scared to answer it. But I knew I had to answer it. I said, hello? Mom. I said, hello? Mom. I said, you know what? And then I just bust out crying, y'all. I bust out crying because I was so happy to hear my son's voice, you know. First thing he said to me is, what you going to do when I move? It's totally different when you move. I know that you've moved and you come home every day. You put a key through this door and you come home every day. We live together here. We're as one. Do you understand what I'm saying?
My thing is, How you got so much to say about this topic, but we was talking about the OnlyFans. You ain't had that much to say.
You know what, y'all? I think he's a member of the fans only. That's what I think.
I just don't get it.
He just keep talking about this, and clearly it's not something that I talk about. I don't care about fans only. I generally, I really don't care. But anyway, yeah, so that was a story of my life, y'all. And I don't know, you know. Like, I wanted to be so mad at him that day because he was just doing things that was so irritating as he's doing right now.
I was ready to go home. That's all it came down to.
And then I'm picking him up, and I'm so pressed and so happy. I gotta see my son. I said, all right, we coming to pick you up right now. This dude will say, nah, don't come get me to 11. What in the world? So I'm like, why 11? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just leave it alone because I had a whole lot to do that day. But if you want me to pick him up at 11, I'll stop what I'm doing and pick him up at 11, in which case is what I was going to do. He called me and was like, Mom, come up here and see the room. I quickly said, what's the room number? And he gave me the room number or whatever. And I
told him I was at the hotel?
Who?
Yeah, the people.
Oh, I didn't tell you that. He ended up at the hotel. That's where he was found, at the hotel. He called me and told me where he was. And yeah, he said it was raining really bad. We got there the next morning. His clothes were soaking wet where you could actually wring the water out of him and everything. And he said that he just didn't want to be bothered. He didn't want to go back to nobody's house. So the best thing to do was to walk to the hotel. So it took the hotel that he went to, it had to be about a 20-minute walk.
Not really. It would have been a 10-minute walk. But me, I decided to walk down the street because I was trying to get home. So the Uber and Lyft, they was taking forever because I guess they were scared to come to the neighborhood, so they kept canceling. So I was like, all right, let me go to a landmark. Let me go somewhere where they wouldn't be, you know, afraid to go. So I called my nephew. My nephew was like, all right, I'm going to call you an Uber. And then his mom was about to call, my sister was about to call me the Uber. But then he was taking too long. So I said, you know what, I'm walking to the hotel because I'm tired of this. I really want to stay in the hotel anyway. So I'm going to just go ahead and walk to the hotel. So I walked to the hotel. It was like it was a 10-minute walk. But it would have been a lot quicker.
Longer than a 10-minute walk.
No, it's not. You just got to cross a little bridge right there. You'll be right there. I thought a wolf was going to jump out on me or something, like a bear.
So anyway, guys, all things I do with love, peace, and blessings to each and every one of you out there. If nobody told you they love you today, know that God loves you and so do I. Y'all, let's say a prayer for each other. Let's love up on one another. Okay? God bless you all. Bye.